And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment. With me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Gotham, Season 4, Episode 19. Boy, this was a roller coaster. I actually liked this episode a lot. Okay, so the gist of this episode was basically you had the League of Assassins, or the League of Shadows, whatever you want to call it. Especially the male side, they decided that they need their master back. They needed Ra's al Ghul to come back. So they got Tabitha to try to get Selina and Bruce to go meet them somewhere so they can try to stop, not only stop Barbara, but also try to, trick them so that way Bruce can bring back Ra's al Ghul. Because Bruce was the only one who was able to kill him and bring him back. Typical stuff, might as well have his future son-in-law, be the one to bring him back. Yes, I said future son-in-law, kind of. Because, his daughter does have his child. That's years from now. Anyway, so you have him come back, and he kind of... I can't remember what he reminds me of. When Ra's al Ghul comes back, he's all mummified. But he kind of reminded me of the Mummy, but something else as well. I just can't think of it. It kind of reminded me of an animated horror cartoon. I just can't remember what it was. Anyway, he looked great. He looked great as a zombie, walking, mummy-looking thing. Obviously, he wanted his power back. Because the lead kept telling him, oh, this Barbara, she doesn't care about it. She only wants it for herself. She's ignoring your plans, your vision for what we want to do for world domination and all that stuff. So Ra's al Ghul decides, you know what? I'll just take it back for myself so I can do what I have to do. And then from there, they go on to do their fight. While that's all happening, you have Lee Tompkins and her so-called new boyfriend, Nigma Riddler. They decide to be robbing banks and doing what they can to help the Narrows. Obviously, Riddler has his own agenda. And, he thinks, Lee's kind of using him and maybe making him soft and weak again to be in love with her and all that stuff, which he does love her. And then he forms a team with Butch and Penguin to try to take her out, but doesn't work. Obviously, he ends up helping Lee anyway. So there's that. But let's go back and talk about the things I liked about this episode. Look, if you're a fan of Gotham, but you don't like the Barbara character, cool. I like Barbara. I think she's one of the coolest characters they have ever made in this show. For two reasons. One, she first started off as that girl, like, oh yeah, Jim's hot girlfriend. Yeah, she won't last 2 minutes. Then she goes and does, she gets kidnapped, by Falcone. Then she gets kidnapped again by that ogre guy, who kind of does like a Joker thing to her, where he snaps her mind and she goes and kills her own parents, and then she goes on being one of the coolest, baddest chicks on the show, and yeah, she's awesome. I think she's a cool character. She really went from just being that loyal girlfriend who occasionally would cheat on you with another girl, whatever, to being the one, I will kill you. I mean, come on, the woman has died, came back, ran a club, fought the Penguin, killed Butch. She's done it all, Barbara's not a little damsel in distress. She's pretty hardcore, and I actually like that. But man, when she had the power, she had, obviously she couldn't really use it because she didn't know how to tap into the whole demon set, but we got to see her use the full power. She gets killed in this episode. And then I guess he does like a time rewind or reset or whatever. She kicks Ra's al Ghul's ass, and that was funny. Theoretically impossible, but, comic book world, theoretically impossible. Because Ra's al Ghul is Ra's al Ghul. The only person who could beat him is Batman, but whatever. But, yeah, and then she sees Tabitha die, does it again, brings her back, and then gives up the power. But now Barbara's got another secret weapon. She's got the other half of the League on her side. Now, what does that mean? Who knows? Who knows what that can lead into? That can lead into her team versus Ra's al Ghul's team, because now he's full on back. Now that he's got his power back, he's full on back. And, he's going to have his hands full. Not only with Barbara, but now he's going to also deal with that Bruce Wayne's going to come after him again. Obviously, Bruce is not going to kill him because we all know the little history of that. But who knows what's going to happen moving forward. Like I said, I like the Barbara character. I think she's a cool character. I was so glad she didn't really die yesterday because I couldn't deal with her dying again. But it was cool to see her do what she did. That was cool. So Tabitha died for once, so at least that. So now they're both even, one each. So who do you think is going to really die in the end of this show? Leave me a comment below, let me know. If I had to guess, I'll say Tabitha just to be nice. I think Tabitha's time to die. She ran her course. Not that I don't like Tabitha, I think she's a cool character, but if you had to pick between her and Barbara, I'm picking Barbara to survive this whole show, even if it gets canceled or whatever. But yeah, next week looks very interesting. I mean, obviously we're gonna see the Joker supposedly again, but there's something very interesting that was at the end of this trailer that made me go, huh? And interesting. We kind of saw Harley Quinn, kind of. I'm only saying kind of because for all we know, that could have been Joker's fear gas twisting his mind and maybe he's having an illusion of her. Because supposedly the rumor was that his so-called assistant / girlfriend or whatever that girl was to him when we first met Jeremiah, she was going to be his Harley Quinn. Obviously, we saw her in the clown in the Harley Quinn costume, more black and white version than we usually see. But for all we know, it could be part of the gas and just be a cool little wink to the fans. I mean, I doubt they're gonna bring in Harley Quinn now. Now, I mean, let's face the facts. There's only one Harley Quinn right now, and that's Margot Robbie. People, if you don't like her, that's cool. But to me, she's Harley Quinn right now. Besides the animated version of her, anyway. But who knows? Maybe they will bring her into it. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it because, you know me, I'm a Joker fan. Anything Joker, even if it's a little fake version of him, I will watch it because I like this show a lot. I love Gotham. I think it's a great show. Does it have its moments where it's like, oh, come on, really? Yes, it does. But it's such a fun show. I think it was cool. But this episode was fun. I actually like, now that Ra's al Ghul's back, what the heck is going to happen now? Moving forward. Lee got arrested, so that's interesting. So is she full-on bad guy now? Obviously, Riddler's going to break her out of jail, or she's just going to walk out of there with no evidence to prove that she robbed a bank. Who knows what's going to happen moving forward. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. And thank you very much, and have a good day.